Okay, so this is a quick tutorial for Blue Lake Clawless Shade Skip, the one that you do in true ending. And the trick is not hard in the 2 fireball version, but there are a couple tricky things that you have to pay attention, that you have to know in order to be able to get the skip. But you will see that that is very lenient. You get a lot more height than what you need. So it's not actually a problem. So I will show the trick once, and then I will go over the inputs and then the details of these 2 tricky parts. Dash, dash, dash. Parry, fireball, parry, dash. And that's it. That's the whole trick. Full jump, damage tank, parry, fireball, parry, fireball, parry, fireball, pogo, dash. And that's it. The 2 tricky things are one is to get the parry, and the second one is to get the full height from the pogos. So the first thing I will show you, like, this is what happens if I do like a pogonate cancel. I will get very little height. Instead, what you want to do is sort of like, if you know rafter skip, it's the same thing. You want to do the pogo, then delay the fireball until you're at the apex of the pogo, and then you pogo, and you get a lot more height from this. Like, you can see the difference in the pogo timing. And this is the first thing, and you want to do that. As I said, it's the same thing that you do in rafters, so if you used to that, this is just the same thing. And the second one is to get the parry from the shade. So the shade will always attack when you are within a certain range. Sort of, it's not that easy, but basically what you want to do is to have the shade that is high enough so that you can start the trick and get the attack right after the damage tank. It's important to know that in this version it's not really that tight. So like, even after the damage tank, you can poke a bit earlier or a bit later to get the parry, and it's more important to get the parry rather than to do that at the, let's say, apex of the damage tank, because in this, with 2 fireball you can get enough 8 even if the first, let's say, parry is not super precise. What I like to do is like 3 dashes to get the parry is 3 dashes, 3 full jump, and at the apex of the 3rd full jump you jump into the shade and get the damage tank and start the let's say the trick. So like this. So I'm here, dash. Okay, this was a nice landant. If something bad happens, you can reset at Salubra, and it's kind of the same thing, but dash, dash, wait a bit, full jumps, 3 full jump, damage tank, pogo. And that's it. I will do it again. Hopefully I will not get land on this time. Wait a bit. I got fireball. Fireball is bad. Like, I recommend resetting a fireball from the shade because it's... You can back that up, but it's... oops. Don't do that. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can back up a lot of stuff, but don't do that, please. If you're starting out. Wait a bit. Full jump, full jump, full jump, damage tank. And yeah, just like it. The trick is just delay a bit. And if you ask how much is a bit, the point is that it's not super important. It's not super precise, this bit. Yeah, this was a bad fireball. It's not super important how much you wait, as long as you're like willing to like to pay attention to the shade and maybe delay the pogo a bit after the damage tank. That's it. Like, this was terrible. Like, this pogo was so late after the damage tank, and yet I made it up. Because if you get the full height from all the pogos, delaying the fireball correctly, you get a lot of height with that. So it's really not an hard trick. You need to know what you're doing, but if you know what you're doing... Okay, this is a fireball. If you know what you're doing, you have a lot of leeway. You can really make it up in a lot of cases. Like, here I was a whole night above the platform, the ledge. This is a fireball. Yes. Yeah, okay. This fireball was bad, so not really easy to pick up. Yeah, in starting out, if you get a fireball, just reset. Like this. It's frustrating, but like backupping a fireball is very annoying. That's pretty hard. I would not recommend start doing that starting out. You just do this. And yeah, that's it. There are other setups. There are okay. I maybe I can just show the other setup that is actually more precise, but is yeah, it's more effective. So same position. And yeah, it's a bit hard to explain fast, but there is a visual cue. When the shade passes a certain line in the background, you do a min-op and then a full jump, and then at the second full jump, it's this thing here. When the shade passes this thing here, you do a min-op, and then a full jump, and then at the second jump, you jump into the shade to get the damage tank. This is a lot. This is another setup that is pretty nice. This is a lot more consistent. You can see that I get a parry, a much better parry, like when I'm much higher in the damage tank. But also like starting out, I recommend doing the wait a second beat and vibe, because I mean, actually no, I don't really recommend anything. Do whatever works for you. Try both of them and do whatever works for you. But really, the important part is find a setup where you can get the parry, and then learn to delay the fireballs after the pogo, because that's the part where you get a lot of fight from. And if you do that correctly, you can even have a very bad parry and a very low first pogo and still make it up.